We live in a world where everyone knows what the real primary root cause of our problems are. The only difference is I know more than the government does, and what the government knows, they use against you. Instead of trying to help you, they're trying to help themselves. They want you to think in one dimension, in two dimensions. They don't want you to think like a tetrahad. They don't want you to think like a Hamitic man who thinks in three or more dimensions. And I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to limit you to three. Sorry, I'm all worked up right now because I was thinking about that theorem. It got me really worked up. It paused me in my tracks. Had me thinking about the angles, not even the size. I was paused in my tracks. And what was this theorem? Let me see. Should we even go to this fucking shit again? You know what I'm saying? You know, I was gonna talk about the hexahedrons and the octahedrons and how they're different shapes. You know, you have the triangle, three-dimensional triangle, the tetrahedron. You have the octahedron, which is like what's the shape, man? It's like a I almost want to say like a prism shape. You know, I'll show you what I mean. You know, octa, 8 sides, and we have the hexahedron, which is like a big old cube. Okay, so when we're going to 4 dimensions, it has to do with the different blocks. Like, what is a prison? Prison has different cell blocks. Well, so does 4 dimensions. Let me find this fucking theory that I was fucking cussing out the other day. I don't remember exactly what the number was. I don't know why I have the bookmark right here. Fuck, I got that bookmark there for. And we know the circumference of a circle is c equals pi d, and c equals pi r, right? Excuse me, 2 pi r, because pi is obviously twice the radius. I mean, twice the diameter, excuse me, because diameter is the whole length and radius is half. So, this theorem should have been around page 552. The book's called Geometry. It's by Jin. He actually did a good job, you know, when you're talking about just basic geometry. But to me, it's like, don't say it's been proven correct in all instances. It hasn't been proven correct in all instances. It's correct in the theories of material basic geometry, not in sacred geometry, and not in all instances. Even Einstein understood that. And how long ago did that guy live? Are we all fucking cavemen? Where the fuck did I see this shit? Fucking cavemen or something. The area of parallelogram is equal to the product's length of a base and the corresponding angle. A equals BH. I'm gonna read some interesting stuff till I find it. You know, because I don't want to fucking I talked about the hinge theorem. I remember passing that up. It must have been. I know. Remember reading on this side of the thing. I could have sworn it was on this side of the thing. Well, I guess we don't know. We know what. I guess I'll use that as an example. If we know what the theorem says, excuse me, and we don't know what it means. I mean, we know what the theorem is trying to say, but we don't know how to find it in the book. We can't say it's theorem 22.7 or whatever, right? But the theorem's trying to say that the 3 sides, 2 of them, the sum of 2 of them together, 1 plus 1, is greater than the last one. Okay? I'm going to look for about 10 more seconds because this is bothering me. Is it this one? It's the one I had highlighted the whole fucking time? That's what happens. You start getting all worked up and your mind starts, you know, getting all. Alright. Triangle inequality theorem is what it's called. It's theorem 612. It was on the tip of my tongue the whole fucking time, and I just had gone over it. I'm saying this is what this short-term memory loss. Don't do this high. Don't do this on your medication. Short-term memory loss. But at the same time, notice I'm doing it fucking basically right. It's just goofy mistakes here and there. Who gives a fucking shit, right? It makes it more entertaining, right? Who gives a shit? We all know that this fucking book, you know what I'm saying? We all know that this book is made in a fucking time where these people fucking lived and thought this style was cool. Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. It's like what, fucking 60s, the 80s? what I'm saying? They ain't talking about 5-cell triangles, you know what I'm saying? Pentagrons and shit. Hypertetrahedrons and shit. They ain't talking about the 4 orthoprex and the hexadecahoron. They ain't talking about that. They ain't talking about the hexadecahoron. And they ain't talking about the 8th cell. They ain't talking about... I don't even think they're talking about this in this motherfucker. They ain't talking about the 8th cell objects either. It's kind of like a pyramid that has 8 cells instead of 5. So it's, you know what I'm saying? And so on. Or we could talk about the 8 cell box, the 8 cell cube. I wonder if they talk about that shit here. Okay? So what are we talking about? 4 dimensions. And we've only taken it to 4 fucking dimensions. You know what I'm saying? The hypercube. That's what it's fucking called. There we fucking go. There we go. Now I should have made fucking notes for this motherfucker. I'm over here fucking looking at the screen like, huh, that's interesting. I have a pyramid in my background. I have a little blue rag in the back. Hi. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not thinking about the motherfucking names of the fucking objects. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't covered this in so fucking long, but I can picture it in my fucking head. You know what I'm saying? The hypercube. The Tessercat. Something like that, right? So, we're talking about hyperdimensions, multi-dimensional thinking. We're talking about 4 dimensions. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about the pyramids. And let me show you an example. You know what I'm saying? This is one example of what I'm saying. You see how that circle exists in the upside down pentagram? Okay? And what else? Within that circle is a right side up one. Right? And this is fucking geometry we're talking about here. Okay, penta means 5. See? L, K, H, G, F, 5. A, B, C, D, E, 5. So it's a circle in 2 pentagrams. That's what they're showing us. And in the equilateral polygon with the inscribed circle, and it's at the midpoints, they're showing us a triangle inside of a circle, inside of a 6-pointed object. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about the woods. Let's just read the theorems here. If a circle is separated into 3 or more congruent arcs, then, comma, the tangents to the circle at the point of separation from a regular circumscribed polygon. So they form a regular circumscribed polygon. Obviously. If the midpoints of the arc of a regular inscribed polygon are joined to the vertices of the polygon, a regular inscribed polygon of double the number of sides is formed. This is what the Masons talk about. It's what the Indians talk about when they migrated their knowledge to the Buddhists. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about different shapes. No, they make different drawings. Oh, they have their goddess with different drawings around them. Okay? And, you know, it's important to them to do math as well. In the ancient Indian civilizations, like the ancient Kush civilization, okay, the Indus Valley, okay, these were different civilizations that had to do with India, not just the civilization of Kush in Nubia. There was also the Kush civilization in India, as well as the Indus Valley civilization.